Before I get on with the video, I want to answer a legitimately good question that was posted on my Vision Pro review, which you can watch somewhere up here. You should watch, by the way. That helps support the channel. So the question was basically, if you were to connect the Vision Pro to your Mac, how far can you move that virtual Mac around in space? Can you connect it from your room, for example, and then move to your living room and actually work there? We're going to find out. So this is going to be one fun experiment. 2, downstairs, still connected to the Mac. Babe, don't think I'm weird. It's complicated. Can you do me a favor? I can't use both of my hands. Can you open the garage door?
Nope.
Please. Thank you.
That's...
Oh no, it stopped. Hold on. Okay, I got it. I came from the second floor and now I'm in the garage and it's still working. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step out and see if I can take this further. Might be a little too bright for my camera, but you should still see the screen recording. So I'm outside and I still have the screen right in front of me. I'm gonna keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. It does say that input temporarily not working, so I'm gonna move all the way back as far as I can go in our backyard. And it's still here. This is actually kind of amazing. Oh no, I got disconnected. So, finally got disconnected. Just for reference, the computer's actually somewhere there in the second floor. And yeah, all the way back here. So I think that's a pretty useful consumer advice. With that little experiment done, it's time to unbox 2 boxes. One, I know where it came from. The other one, I'm honestly not sure. And this is part of the reason I'm making this video. So before I get to that, I just want to see what is actually inside the box. For the first box, this one is actually from Delta Hub. So I met one of the founders when I was walking around CES. We kind of just kept in touch. I've seen them before, but I've never tried the wrist rest. So they said, yeah, send us your address and we'll send you one. But they sent me a humongous box. So I have no idea what's inside. It could be a bunch of wrist rests. I'm not really sure. I hope it's not. Whoa, so it's a 3-in-1 laptop bag, a desk pad. I didn't even know that they made desk pads. And a gaming desk pad, as well as a couple of goodies. It's essentially an entire desk setup. I never knew that they actually made such accessories. Phone stand. Here's the wrist rest that I've been wanting to try. Okay, so they did send me 2. Actually, they sent me 3. And then a wireless charger. This whole to-do collection. Actually quite similar to the one that Ugmonk makes. I'm not gonna make any assumptions, but it does look very, very similar. Oh, okay. So you sent me another wrist rest. This one's more for hardcore gamers. It's got like this really cool hologram effect. Carpio G 2.0. I lied. One for each hand in case I'm a lefty. Nope. Lied again. Yeah, so I'm gonna check this out after this. So we have one more box to unbox, and this one I have no idea where this came from. It could be from something that I was expecting months ago. I'm not really sure, but honestly I was kind of surprised, so we'll see. Oh, interesting. Landing desk pad. Yeah, it's a DIY kit of a keyboard? I do not remember at all. Oh, now I remember. So this is one of those very retro sci-fi looking keyboards that I saw on Instagram. They got in touch with me a while back and asking if I wanted to try them out. And I said, sure, I think your keyboard looks very interesting, but I had no idea it was going to be this elaborate. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised in the best way possible. So we're definitely going to check this out, but that's going to be in a totally different video. I need to test this out first and figure out, I guess, the best way that I can showcase this or promote this, which leads me to the topic of this video. So what I want to talk about today are some of the realities of being a YouTuber in 2024. This scenario right here is one of them, actually, where I have to record this segment on a different day because of life. You see, it's nice to receive packages in the mail from brands that you like, especially if they're free. But let's define free first. Free is essentially they give you something without expecting anything in return. As a YouTuber, there is an agreement before they send you something that you need to create content, because at the end of the day, they're trying to sell a product and you are the vehicle to sell that product to their ideal audience, which is your audience, basically. That's the reason why they got in touch with you in the first place. So not all of them are the same. Some of them, they just send you something and they hope that you like it and you share it, and that's cool. And obviously, obviously, if you're smart, you have to discuss this before you even agree to them sending you stuff, because otherwise that's just going to be a bunch of stuff that you have to do, and then they pile up. Sooner or later you're like, okay, I don't have enough time. For myself, for example, sometimes I have to record one segment of the video on one day and the other segments on different days. That happened to me in my Apple Vision Pro review. The only thing that made it look kind of consistent is that I wore the same clothes, which is kind of gross. Now, I don't want you to misunderstand. I love receiving packages from brands. The only thing is you have to be very careful saying yes to a lot of these brands. And if you don't have any prior discussions before they send you the stuff, that's just going to be more pressure for you to try to figure out if this is something that's good or not, or even worth your time. 90% of these type of collaborations where they send you stuff in exchange for a video review, they don't pay you. They're just hoping that you would agree because they're giving you an affiliate link, or maybe your AdSense is paying you enough, which is never the case, but that's a different topic. By the way, someone asked me in one of my old videos what lights I'm using. These are tube lights. They're the XL version from LumeCube. They're actually my favorite lights right now because I can bring them around almost anywhere, and you can change the colors too. So the only thing I would change is the legs that they come with are really not good, and I got these very sturdy ones from Amazon. And if you're interested, I'm gonna leave all the links down below in the description. Another reality of being a YouTuber in 2024 is that there is this pressure for you to up your production value, especially when we watch all these people that we admire, that you can see that they are succeeding in the sense that everything just looks better. And that's kind of where I found myself in for the last few years. I felt like I needed to upgrade my lights, my sound, my camera, everything else, which means more money spent towards something that doesn't really have enough of a return. It's great to level up your content, but if you think that by buying better gear makes you a better content creator, it's really not the case. I learned that the hard way. So I found myself in a situation where I thought I needed to get to the same level as these channels that I follow. But the reality is I don't have enough funding. I don't have staff. I don't have anyone else. It's just a solo venture. And it's actually really fun to work on your own, but there are some disadvantages, which we can get into in a separate video. From a technical standpoint, there's only so much that I can do to improve the visuals and the audio of the videos that I make. But I figured, what if I just work on myself for now? And what I mean by that is I need to get better at being me, because that's one area where no one else can compete with me. There's no one else that can be better at being me than me. I want you to think about that for a second. There's a reason why you followed these people that you admire for so many years. And you may not have realized it, but the number one reason you follow these people is because you love them for who they are. So this message isn't just for me, it's also for you, whether you're a seasoned creator or someone who's just starting off. If I can go back 1 or 2 years, I would tell myself, just be you. Believe it or not, it actually is a lot of hard work, but the more you do it, the more you get comfortable, and a little bit more of yourself really comes out. So yeah, I guess that's it. If you like this, let me know in the comments. I might make a part 2 or 3 other realities of being a YouTuber. I think it's interesting. I hope you find it interesting too. I'll see you guys again very soon.